All right.
What a crazy season.
This has been crazy. So to kind of celebrate the craziness that has been season 2, we're going to watch some of the special features starting today with Game of Thrones' Inner Circle, where we get to pull in a few of the actors and talk to them a little bit about it.
They're here? They're coming here?
They're coming right here in the form of the television that we're going to be watching.
Oh, all right.
But,
well, that's
but
good.
hey,
All right, let's try it.
It's cool regardless.
It gives you something impossible and makes you suspend your disbelief and believe that it's real, and it completely changes everything.
As an actor, I can say this, and I definitely think as a viewer as well, you believe it, you're in it.
Characters you've created, they're human.
Just when you think you like someone, this is what they're capable of. Or just when you hate someone a hell of a lot, they do this act of generosity.
It was just
that's
wonderful
right.
to sort of get more into.
Oh my gosh, she has black hair.
Black hair like that.
Inner self.
He realises he has to do what he has to do to save people's lives, and he's now got a destiny.
I can't believe she has black hair.
We've been lucky enough to actually cast it exactly the way we wanted to, and this is the best cast I've ever worked with. They never complain.
That's because they're afraid of being killed off.
Who's the rightful king?
Stannis.
Joffrey Baratheon.
Absolutely Stannis. How's it Joffrey?
Yeah, no, obviously it's Dany, but I don't know, technically at the time for you guys, I suppose it's Stannis.
You see the natural progression as well of a young man.
So that's her
taking
real
on
voice.
the mantle
She's not doing an accent.
of authority.
I think that it's something that she just can't control. It's something that is just, it's a destiny that she has, and it's so kind of shocking to her that it's ever going to be questioned. And I think that's what we see in season 2 for Dany. You sort of see her kind of trying to be taken seriously, because at the same time, like, she's got dragons. You'd think that no one would argue with her. She's still a woman and she's still desperately trying to be taken seriously.
Well, you bring up a really interesting point, which is that she's trying to be taken seriously partly because she's a woman. I mean, how does that relate with Cersei in terms of, obviously, very different characters, very different storylines, but
Yeah, the way they
in terms of
assert
what she
strength
confronts
is
as a woman
totally
in a world
different.
Where
He was taught to fight. He was kind of given everything, and I was, sold and taught to smile. And I think her sort of first thought with Joffrey was, we're going to do it, do you know what I mean, with her powerful son, and now this has all turned into an absolute disaster, and she can't say it.
No,
She's
you
steered.
created it.
No.
But her fight, as a woman, and she's only got Tyrion, and it comes to a breaking point where she does try to, but they're so dysfunctional that it doesn't work.
That's one of my favorite bits in the season, when she realizes the only person she can talk to, even her brother, who she loathes, but they share so much history that he's the only one who really
It's hard to feel too bad,
understands,
though.
and they try to have that moment.
eldest son, he's the great fighter and everything. He never took it seriously. And then, of course, Tyrion makes a joke about it, and this moment where you're revealing a lot about yourself, he just uses it as ammunition.
You've fallen on me.
As has Jaime repeatedly, according to Stannis Baratheon.
Whereas Jon is betrayed by many people close to him.
What's your name? Jon Snow. Snow. Listen to me, bastard. All you lot from south of the wall. You sons.
The wildlings have a better deal.
Yeah, there's more of them.
And as Rose
There's more of them.
feel like some real ambivalence starts to creep into the equation.
Yeah, I think the whole of the second season where he's talking to, Grit and being tempted by her and teased by her, it's pretty hard not to look at that side of things and want it. So he does have that struggle. Iceland was, it's just stunning. It's the most amazing landscape. When you fly in, it feels like you're landing on the moon. So I think the one worry that we all had is that it was so alien looking.
Davos Seaworth, on the other hand, comes from Flea Bottom, the worst slum in all of King's Landing, and his father, as he says, is a crabber. What do you think of the class differences?
Well, I think what's got him there is his loyalty, and the fact that
His accent's real too.
has the gift of lateral thinking, which is, he helps Stannis. I think he's of the opinion that the truth will set you free, and it's why he's so devoted to Stannis.
Sorry, I was just listening as a listener. It's just quite strange.
Yeah.
We're talking about very seriously the birth of the shadow.
Yeah. Well, exactly. Yeah, I think your point is a good point. It's that the world we're in. I mean, we know that the dragons existed and all, but everything is kind of out there. It's myth with evidence of it being real. It's something that has come from a world that they've tried to push away. It's incredibly scary, incredibly dangerous, but not beyond belief.
From Catelyn's point of view, it's in some way, her role in the second series is about, it's negotiating. It's about going and actually, which is wonderful with the characters you've created, they're human. You know, there is a side to most of these characters that you could go and actually appeal to. And as a mother, I say, please stop fighting. With Supernatural, you can't. You're playing a completely different game.
Yeah,
That's true.
And it opens up a completely terrifying option.
You see a White Walker for the first time, and then just how that shades, I mean, everything about going beyond the wall.
Yeah, that moment where he sees the White Walker changes everything for Jon. Up until that point, he's ambitious and he wants to rise in the Night's Watch. And the minute he sees that and he sees this supernatural force, which is bigger than the wildlings, I think it does change him, and he suddenly, things get more serious.
Something to that, Joe. Whatever it was, I dare say you'll see it again.
It'd be so easy to mock the religion of the fire god, but then, you know, he has that really wonderful moment that the two of you played together where he's talking about praying for you when you were off at sea and how you always came home. And
on the boat, that was...
It's also really evident the pride you take in your son and the fact that he is literate and that he'll be a knight someday and that he is someone who's so trusted by the king that he is writing down the king's letters and all. I mean, that seems very real. And
yeah, he's got a future, and to have that all taken away, I think it just adds a great pathos to the whole thing.
Hard,
it's what's wonderful about the show is those
family versus the
interpersonal
religious
relationships and the loyalties.
dynamics.
I have faith in the Lord of Light. And I have faith in my captain.
What was it like to work?
Not his father, though. He
half
didn't
your
say his
season
father.
on
His
a
captain.
boat that was built in a
I think that was
parking lot
implied.
and pretend
Yeah.
like you were actually at sea.
Everything I look at is still green. I've gone down. So it's weird. I've got a monochrome retinas now.
Pretty cool to see it like
and
that,
Neil
though.
Marshall's
Yeah,
the
it's
director
interesting.
that I've worked with a couple of times.
I mean, these
before.
aren't
So
real?
because it was so involved and technical.
Stop it.
Yeah, and of course, I mean, episode 9 is in some ways, the centerpiece episode of the whole season, culminating in an attempt or a thwarted attempt by Cersei to kill her son and commit suicide.
This is the episode that
to get to that place. I mean, it's probably the
was
most
actually written by
emotional
George.
we've seen Cersei. Or
Blackwater.
at least the most,
She doesn't want any harm to come to her children. And so she's like, if I take his life and, we'll be together. It was just wonderful to sort of get more into Cersei and sort of reveal her inner self a bit more. And so just to sort of let it go a little bit more. And then, of course, the relationship with Tyrion is kind of immensely challenging. She's got a huge hatred for him and a massive respect at the same time, and she's kind of wants to be him in some ways. I think she wants to be both her brothers, and so to sort of get into all that, especially with Pete, who I've known for a long time and I trust and I love him to pieces, was sort of exciting, and it was just edible for me this year. I loved it.
How interesting it is that the personal love that you guys have for each other translates so effectively to like sibling rivalry and hatred on screen, and how like the comfort level that you have with each other lets you go to that place.
Yeah, because you feel safe.
I love that they actually like each other a lot.
Yeah,
in real life.
no, that's good. I think I'm sure everybody
violent
likes each
to
other,
Pete
actually.
on one occasion.
Get out!
I mean, that's an effective shove because he falls down, and I remember seeing it and thinking, I don't remember us writing that, but it works so perfectly.
I know, and I said, Pete, I'm so sorry. Like that was, and he went, I love it. We're good. We're good.
I wish one day that Tyrion would show up dressed
Character
as the
to be-
leprechaun.
To which he had
And sometimes it is better for a parent, I think, to rather than humiliate them, to let them make their own mistakes, because that's how you learn.
What's it like working on the show back in your homeland, Northern Ireland?
Oh, it's wonderful. A lot of the time, this year particularly for my character, a lot of stuff was interior, but on the few occasions when we did have exterior, they were the most stunning locations. Like at Ballantoy, at the rope bridge, and then up on Fairhead, where I used to go when I was a kid. When we were on the horses, and then you can see Rathlin Island, and then you see Scotland, and if you go that way, it's America.
Might want to move to Ireland.
You really can see the world is round, because it goes like that.
Croatia was amazing. Croatia's just so beautiful, and it's just insane that we managed to find somewhere already that looks like the world of Game of Thrones. It's ridiculous. But yeah, it was amazing fun. We had a good time.
Daenerys famously is betrayed several times over the course
Several times.
of the series.
Yes.
Your character's not aware of all of them yet, but
No.
Yeah.
But one of them, I mean, one of your most trusted handmaidens.
Yeah.
What was that like?
Well, it's because it caught me unawares. It caught me when I wasn't looking. I was concentrating on these crazy people in Carth not believing me, and she's not just kind of sitting on her laurels waiting for stuff to happen. She wants to go and actively cross Narrow Sea and take back the throne and start making an active kind of attempt to fulfill fulfill the destiny that she's got. So she's not looking when that happens. She doesn't have anybody that she can rely on or trust. And the only things that she has is these things that she's created.
That was a rough
these
moment.
dragons, and she puts everything into them. Her destiny, her hope. She's pretty untrusting of people as it is. So then when I think this happens, it's like, what?
Yeah, I mean, you're saying that this isn't the life she would have chosen, it's just what she's been forced into, and and it almost seems like her temptation in the House of the Undying.
Lock 'em up.
The last temptation of Christ for Dany is, you know, being in a tent with Drogo, you know,
And
her
to
first love and her son, you know, like she could just stay there, like this is,
Exactly.
and it all seems surreal, but she can't.
No, exactly, because she knows that at the same time as that being what she wants, it's not, because so much of who she is her destiny and is what she's been sort of placed to do. So it's like, I wouldn't be happy being here with the man I love and my unborn child. Because I have to answer to what makes who Dany is. And I think that's the beauty of the books. I think that's the beauty of the character. I think that's the beauty of the storyline, is that that's life. That's what happens. You can't. It's nothing is easy.
It's interesting though, the comparison of like her kindness and fairness at times as a ruler, but also the fact that like if you do betray her, you know, she's got her handmaiden locked up now in that vault.
Yeah, to die.
To die. That was fun to see. That was fun to see those.
I still can't believe that Cersei has black hair.
Right? That's nuts.
That's nuts.
That's nuts. In fact, they all really have like, I feel like very different hair. John's probably the closest.
Yeah, it's probably the closest.
But
I hope the next special feature, she's got her head and it's bald. She shaved her hair.
She's
Britney Spears it.
You know what? Maybe. We're gonna keep checking out some of these special features. So
stick with us, guys.
Yeah, and we'll see you for next time, guys. I'm Josh Dawes.
Josh Driscoll.
We're the WesterBros.
So we heard you thought this channel was only women. So we're here to do some dude stuff. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, like, get notified, and check us out on Patreon, and we'll do more cool man things for you. It sounds kind of dirty. Yes, it does.